Which do I think is better, the Luna from Pegai or the Batman from RSVP Paris? Hi, and if you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on my channel I like to talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. And today I'll be talking about the Luna bag from Atelier Pegai, or as they're called now, just Pegai, and the Batman from RSVP Paris. So I already did do a full review of the Batman from RSVP Paris, so check that out. But I also got this bag right around the same time, and as you can see, they're both very croissant-ish, croissant-y. Just wanted to do a quick comparison review. I also do have my Petite Arcon from Hermes back there, which I will also do a comparison review of, though I understand that's luxury, this is mid-range, it's not quite the same, so, you know, better to do mid-range versus mid-range, right? Okay, so to start off with, the Atelier Pegai, or actually, I mean, I looked on their website and everything is now just Pegai, is Tanner Leatherstein's brand. So I have a huge amount of respect for Tanner Leatherstein for what he does. This review is in no reflection of his work, but it is, you know, his personal bag brand. He also does work with Stowe London, which I've also done a review of, so check that out if you're interested. This is actually my second bag from Pegai. The first one was the Floral Tote, which I didn't love. I did end up selling it off on eBay for a little bit of a loss, and I did do a review on it, same as my first Stowe video. The outside is, they called it shrunken calf, but basically it's Togo, and inside is cotton twill. It has a little card slot here, but you don't really need it because it's such a big bag. It would fit quite a bit. And then you have two exterior pockets on both sides, and then you have the Pegai branding here. The strap right now, I have it on the shortest length, but it can be both a shoulder bag and a crossbody bag. As you can see, it's a zipper closure, and this is the bottom. So first couple things about this bag, I did notice it has a beautiful leather smell. Yeah, it smells wonderful. Construction is beautiful, very neat, nothing out of the ordinary as far as I can see. It is made in Ubrique, Spain, so that's, you know, a place known for their bag making. It is actually quite structured, so you can feel there's definitely something back down here that's giving it shape. I also do like that these pockets are lightly magnetized, so there is a small magnet in here to keep it closed, so if you do end up flipping it over for whatever reason, it will hold. Let me see if a phone will fit in there. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, phone can easily fit. Will it? The magnet won't close if there's a phone in there because it's a little too bulky, especially with my case, but I guess if you had anything loosely in there, it would close easily. So I'll just leave my phone there. Let's see what fits inside. So my wallet, mini mom pouch, hand sanitizer, balm, and sunglasses. All right, so let's see. Do a little Tetris here and see if I can fit a water bottle after that. Okay, so water bottle. Ooh. Yeah, so no, not really. Not with my big old wallet. It will not fit, which actually makes it the same capacity as this RSVP Paris Batman bag. If you see my review on that, I can also fit the essentials, but not the water bottle, not with my big old wallet in there. So yeah, I guess, you know, it's because this is much more of a crescent shape. So it's not going to have, it's going to have, even though this looks smaller, capacity-wise, they're pretty similar. I did notice just now though, as you know, you leave it open, the zipper is a little wonky, but I think that's just how it is when you're using a crescent shape. I sort of have the same issue with the RSVP Paris, but I don't really with the Hermes, probably just different qualities of zippers. If you're still watching, and maybe if you've seen some of my other videos in the past, I kindly ask that you like or subscribe, since it greatly supports the channel. Thank you so much. And then I'm not a huge fan of these straps. They feel a little cheap. I don't know what it is about them. It's not terrible. It does have little side straps here that I could use for that, but let's see. All right, so yeah, oh, that's nice, much better. So once you put it through the loops, it holds its shape. It looks cute. This was priced at $675. This one was $440, so you know, a little bit more. I also did have this pre-ordered because I wanted it in the Etoupe Togo. The strap can go from 22 to 44 inches, and it is 9.8 inches long, 3.2 inches wide, and 7.5 inches high. Of the two Pegai bags that I've reviewed so far, this one's by far better. I think better in design. Unfortunately, I already have that one. So what ended up happening was I pre-ordered this in October and I ended up getting that in November. And so, as you can see, this is also Togo. And so can do a quick side-by-side of the leather. But this Togo is much softer, much smushier. I'm sure they're not using the exact same Togo leather. Even within Togo, there's probably different, there's different qualities. And so this is a much smushier, softer Togo. Yeah, it doesn't smell anymore. So smell-wise, I mean, the Pegai bag has it beat. Also capacity-wise, I think Pegai has it beat. Weight-wise, this is definitely going to be lighter. It's much less structured. The structure is basically this swift leather here that's kind of holding it up inside. There's also a corresponding swift band here. So it doesn't have the same sort of width and structure as the Pegai bag. So capacity, of course, this one's going to be better, but it also does make it a little bit heavier. I think this is a good bag. Since I have two, it doesn't really make sense for me to keep both. I mean, maybe if I had chosen a different color. I mean, I could always use this for days when I don't want to use a nice Hermes bag, but then I do have this bag, which I actually prefer over the Pegai bag. So if I was given a choice between the Pegai bag and the Batman bag, capacity is about the same. I would go with the Batman. Just design-wise, it's a lot more interesting. It has these features that I like, the covering of the straps, the fact that these straps can be adjusted infinitely. It's just a very different way of doing the shoulder straps. Plus the shoulder straps are a lot thicker, so one has less pressure on the shoulder, but two, I feel like would stay on better. Not to say that this wouldn't stay on. I mean, I'm sure it will. I'm not using it because, full disclosure, I'm already planning to return it. I did file the return about 2 or 3 days ago. I have not heard anything back, but by the time I edit, we'll see how the return process is. But yeah, I mean, I like the magnetized exterior pockets. I think the branding is subtle but good. And $675 seems a little high for me for this. I get it. It's using top quality leathers because they do have this Luna bag in other leathers that are cheaper. So I think it can start at $475, which makes it comparable to this one. This one was $440. But I did opt for the higher end Togo because I really wanted to see what that would be like. It is a nice leather, but $675 is kind of a lot for a very simple bag. Design-wise, I feel like you could probably find these, I mean, pretty much anywhere. It's a very standard crescent-shaped bag. But if you don't have a crescent-shaped bag and you do want it in a nice Togo leather, I think the Pegai is a very, very good option. Just me personally, I don't know. I already have that one. And I mean, it's not really fair to Pegai, but you can't really compare Hermes with Pegai, right? It's just not apples to apples. Oh, I also did appreciate that, because Tanner Leatherstein does the whole dissection thing, he does have a transparent pricing on the listing. So this said it was 175 euros to make. So I think it's what, a 3x markup. So that's very reasonable. And I ordered this back in October, got it in March. I actually got it on my birthday, but I'm not counting it as a birthday bag because I didn't buy it for my birthday. Yeah, both smell like very nice leather couches. Sometimes that's what leather smells like to me, just like a leather couch or furniture. But anyways, I think that's it. If you found this interesting or informative, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like or subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.